Crime and violence is the number one concern among adolescents and youth in the Caribbean community, and it is believed to be associated with poverty, unemployment, and the social injustices. According to the United Nations Children Fund (UNICEF), constant exposure to crime and violence leads to emotional blunting, high stress, grief, and sense of loss. Young people have spoken about their fear, perceptions of lack of safety, and concern for their general well-being because of the increased crime and violence. Regional Security Expert Commander Gavin Hira explained that young people are now involved in vigorous acts due to the clash of culture which promotes violence.
As a fight, it's not a literal clash, but they see it as a fight because we have now, as I said, being invaded. We are possessed by a cultural ideology that is fanning the flames of violence. The kind of music our young people are listening to, the words of some of those songs by our own artists, the exposure to some of the stuff that they're looking at and modeling and patterning and reflecting has gone way beyond our expectations as parents and as gatekeepers today. We have to adjust to be able to treat with that because it is the new norm.
Over the past few months, Grenada has experienced higher level of crime and violence associated with illegal guns, cybercrime, and money laundering. Returning to community parenting and the teaching of conflict resolution among youth are among the solutions suggested by Sergeant Andy John of the Special Victims Unit. He explained that conflict resolution can only be successful if the parties involved are willing to communicate and resolve the issue by expressing themselves without violence.
Sometimes it still boils down to the fact that the two parties would have to be willing to have someone come in the middle and try to mediate, try to understand what is really happening. But if that is not being given an opportunity to be had, then we would still end up with the same road that we're going, ending up in violence. So communication, whether it is between the two parties, whether one listening to the other and trying to understand where the other one is coming from, or we both deciding, hey, we cannot resolve this by ourselves. Let us get someone else to come in the mix and try to give us a different perspective. It is still communication.
Elaine Henry McQueen, Program Coordinator, Spotlight Initiative, says our young men and women should be taught that it is okay to walk away from a violent situation rather than feel it makes them appear weak.
That we should not ridicule or jeer or tease a young man for choosing to walk away from violence. But in fact, we should encourage more and more of us to do that. That we should choose to see things from other person's perspectives. That we should choose to debate, to discuss things. That we should choose non-violent ways of solving problems. Can our society do that? And can our society do that, particularly so for men and boys?
They were all speaking on GBN's Beyond the Headlines program on Monday night. For GBN News, I am Rena Thomas reporting.